Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Fantastic Beasts 3: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Yesterday was a truly exciting day for the Wizarding world and its loyal fans, as finally, a trailer dropped for the long-anticipated Fantastic Beasts film. The third installment of a potentially 5-part franchise has been pushed back and back for years now, so it's exciting to see something finally coming to fruition. It's important to note, however, that one of the reasons for the film being pushed back, besides the obvious global crisis, is that the screenplay underwent a significant rewrite, with J.K. Rowling bringing along former Harry Potter screenplay writer and producer Steve Kloves. The trailer for the third film was nothing short of impressive, and at least to me, it certainly felt more in line with the original films. If you want to see a breakdown of that trailer, check out the link in the pinned comment. But one thing that myself and fans were quick to notice was the absence of a certain character, Kathleen Waterston, aka Porpin Tina Goldstein. Waterston, who starred in the previous two films, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, as well as Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, played an American half-blood witch and Auror working for the Magical Congress of the United States of America. In the first two films, she's a main character, and we're given a substantial portion of her backstory, like the fact that she attended Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and the fact that she was sorted into Thunderbird House, so it seems peculiar she wouldn't make it into the trailer for the third film. This also leaves one massive question: is she in the film at all, or has she been removed from the franchise? Well, my answer is this: Tina Goldstein fans should rest easy, as Porpin Tina is far too intertwined into the story to be removed altogether. I can say this with confidence for a few reasons. First of all, Queenie Goldstein, Tina's sister, is still a massive part of the plot and shows up in the trailer on several occasions. Removing her sister for no apparent reason would be a huge continuity error, and it just wouldn't make sense. I don't think they'd make a critical error like that. Second of all, Fantastic Beasts fans who are privy to the Harry Potter lore should already know that Tina eventually becomes the wife of Newt Scamander, who just so happens to be the main character of the films. We also know that they go on to have children. Removing her would be far too disruptive to the film and Harry Potter canon. It would also invalidate the tension that has been building between Newt and Tina in the films released thus far. Lastly, Katherine Waterston, who plays Tina, has been credited for the role on IMDb. Yes, IMDb isn't the most reputable source at times, but along with these other points, I think I've made a fairly convincing argument for why Tina will be in the films. This leaves one more question, however. Why isn't Tina in the trailer? I've got a few explanations for this as well. First of all, I want to say that the new trailer introduces a lot of new concepts, actors, and plot points. By rewriting the screenplay, they've, in a good way, reshaped the films that preceded this one. And I think that by removing elements of old from the trailer, they're able to place more emphasis on the new. This means focusing on new creatures, places, and actors, rather than the old, which, unfortunately, didn't get the praise that Warner Bros. Were hoping for. This doesn't mean Tina is a bad character or actor, it just means they're trying to excite people with new concepts. Secondly, I'd imagine that Tina, in The Secrets of Dumbledore, is off on her own mission. At the end of The Crimes of Grindelwald, we saw Queenie, Tina's sister, joining the ranks of Grindelwald's followers. I think that headstrong Tina would be off on a mission of her own to track down and save her sister from the likes of Grindelwald. What do you guys think? Did you notice the absence of Tina? Where is she? Comment down below. Until next time, remember, should things at some point go terribly wrong, it's good to have a place to go, for a cup of tea.